Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate, and this is your floor practice for the day. We're going to do mostly seated on the ground poses, no standing, nothing crazy vigorous, but it will get into some good stretching and some mobility movement as well. So you can grab a couple of blocks if you want it, maybe a blanket, and find a quiet spot, roll out your mat. Let's do this. All right, so we're gonna start on our backs because there's no better way to start a yoga practice. So go ahead and lay down. If you want a blanket underneath your head or your knees, anything at all to get you comfortable, you can go ahead and grab that. If your low back is feeling tight, you can keep your knees bent, feet flat, and knees knock in toward each other. If you want more of a hip opening, you can keep those knees bent, but bring the soles of your feet together. You can also just stretch your legs out in our traditional lay it out pose. Whatever works, just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and then sigh out your mouth. And another. Last one. And just feel your body relax into the floor. Take a few moments here to enjoy your breath. Allow your breath to deepen gently. So your inhales become deeper and your exhales become longer. And stay with that bigger breath for a couple more rounds. And bring your breath back to its everyday pace. And start to move your fingers and your toes. Let your head go gently side to side. And then from here, you're gonna pull your knees in. And then rock your knees side to side. That's it. Maybe make some circles out and around. And then out and around in the other direction. Yes, take your arms out to the sides and let your knees fall to the right. Feel your left shoulder sink down. You can even slide your gaze across your left arm. You want to take your right hand to that top leg. Make the stretch a little more intense, you can. When you inhale, bring your knees up through the middle. And then exhale them over to the other side. Just kind of wake up your spine a little bit here. Loosen it up. That's it. Then you're gonna come back up through the middle and just drop your left foot to the floor. Stretch your right leg up and just take your hands behind your thigh and you can point and flex. Just gonna get into the back of your leg here a little bit and just press up through that right heel. You're gonna use your hands to pull your thigh in. That's it. And then you're gonna take that right foot to the floor. Same thing to the left side. Just kind of waking up the backs of your legs because we're gonna come up to sit and we're gonna stay seated for a bit. So let's give your legs a second here. Kind of roll out your ankle and point and flex. That's it. And then push up through that left heel. You can pull in with your hands. Press your thigh into your palm. You got it. Then you're gonna pull that knee into your chest. Take it wide and pull the other one in and take that wide. We're prepping for a happy baby here, so give yourself a second here. Hands on your knees, tailbone long, shoulder blades in, and just kind of feel your spine like lengthen out onto the floor. And then you're gonna bring your legs into a happy baby. If you need to grab the backs of your knees because they're still feeling tight in here, then go for it. If the outer edges of your feet are accessible here. That's it. And you can rock here. He's on the move. Dun, dun, dun. And pull your knees in and start to roll along the length of your spine. You can take your hands behind your thighs, cross your ankles, grab your feet, whatever works, right? I'm just gonna kind of roll. It might be sloppy, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. No one else is watching, right? And we're gonna come all the way up eventually to sit. And I'm gonna pick Vadrasana, right? So I'm gonna sit on my shins. If that works for you, great. That's kind of the starting point. If that doesn't work for you, then Sukhasana, right, cross-legged, that works too. If you wanna grab one of your blocks and sit on one of your blocks between your ankles there, then that's cool too. Just take a second here, hands on your thighs, roll your shoulders back. And now feel the length of your spine now that you're upright. That's it. You got it. You take your arms, sweep them out and stretch up. Interlace your fingers overhead, flip your palms, and reach up through the heels of your hands. As you push up through the heels of your hands, feel your low ribs draw in and your tailbone lengthen down, and the tops of your shoulders drop away from your earlobes. And then shake your head side to side. Oh, you got it. All right, then you're gonna keep the interlace of your fingers, but bring your hands behind your head. Inhale, spread your elbows, lift your chest. Exhale, curl it in. So a little seated cat-cow. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, round it in. A couple more at your pace with your breath. Find that opening and then drop it in. You got it. Keep it going. Connect that movement and breath. One more. Inhale, open it up. When you exhale, you're gonna curl in again. Let your elbows droop toward your ears. With your chin toward your chest. You can feel the weight of your hands start to drop down into the back of your head to create more of a stretch along the back of your neck, maybe into your upper back. You're gonna keep the head bowed, but lift your elbows up, like you could lift them up toward the ceiling. With your chin still to your chest, press the back of your head into your hands. Now we got some muscular action going on here. And on your next inhale, you can lift your head now. Let the weight of your head drop into your hands. And let your head go a little bit side to side here. Yes. All right, bring your head back through the middle. You're gonna take your left elbow, point it up, let the right elbow droop down. Inhale up through the middle and exhale, take that lean to the other side. One more up through center and take your lean over to the right. You're gonna keep your left hand at the base of your skull, drop your right hand to the mat. Hug your elbow in toward your ear and then peel it back, lean your head into your hands. Get that whole opening through the left side. And when you inhale, just stretch that left arm long and we're gonna go for circles out and around. Doesn't matter what direction, because we're gonna switch it up, take it in the other direction. Yes. You got it. And then reach that arm right alongside your ear. One more time, bend your elbow. Take your hand at the back of your head. Inhale, you're gonna open it up. You can even look up. When you exhale, that left elbow is gonna cross over toward your right arm. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, cross it over. One more, open it up. And you're gonna cross it over. Keep your spine twisted, drop that left hand to your right knee, sit up tall, sweep your right hand behind you. Go for a twist here. If you're up on a block, it might be harder for you to hit the floor with those back fingertips. Just do your best, no biggie. Left hand's gonna stay on your knee. Sweep your right arm around. Grab the other knee. Curl your chin in and round your upper back. Maybe let your head loll from side to side. Beautiful. When you inhale, you're gonna sweep those arms out, reach them up. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Kind of lean into your fingertips, roll your shoulders back, and just lift into your chest. And maybe rock a little bit side to side here. Yep. You got it. Then we're gonna come back up. If you're still okay in your Vadrasana, we're gonna stay here and do the second side. If you need a beat for your knees, take a beat, stretch your legs out, and then bring them back in. Sometimes that's all you need. All right, here we go. Reach those arms out and up. You got it. Interlace your fingers. Maybe the other pinky's in front. Flip your palms toward the sky. Low ribs drop in. Shoulders drop away. Tailbone drops down. Look at that. We're dropping. Dropping it like it's hot. Oh, goodness. When you exhale, you're going to bend your elbows. Hands behind your head. Here we go. We're going to take that right elbow, stretch it up. Nice lean to the side. And then up through center. Take your lean over to the right. Inhale up through the middle. One more time. Lean it to the left, then drop that left hand down. Hug your right elbow in toward your ear. And then let yourself kind of peel back. Let the weight of your head drop into your hand. Yes. And then go into that side lean. Extend your right arm. Feel your right sitting bone root down. And then we're going to go for those circles. Out and around. And then in the other direction. Switch it up. That's it. And then sweep that right arm alongside your ear. One more time, you're going to bend your elbow. Take your hand to the back of your head. Inhale. When you exhale, that elbow is going to cross toward the left. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, cross it over. Again, inhale, open it up. And cross it over. One more, open up. Cross it to the left, then drop that hand to your knee here. Slide your left hand behind you. Sit up tall and wring it out. Inhale through center. You're going to take the left arm, cross it over, grab that opposite knee, curl in, chin to chest. Shake out your head. Press your upper back toward the wall behind you. You got it. Inhale, reach up, sweep it out, stretch up. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. All right, so if you're sitting cross-legged, it's totally cool. You're just gonna do the lean back. If you're up here on your knees and you've got a block, you might wanna get rid of it here just for a second. You're gonna lean back, take your knees wide, while your shoulders back, and then lift your hips. If that doesn't feel good, keep your hips right on the floor. Gonna roll your shoulders back and lift it up. Oh. Yes. Then set your butt back down onto the floor. Big toes can come together. You're gonna walk your hands forward and work your way into just this wide, easy child's pose. Let your forehead drop to the floor. Take a breath or two into your back body. Walk your hands underneath you. Come on up. Gonna sweep your feet to one side and stretch your legs all the way out in front and give them a little popcorn shake. Yowza. All right. I'm just gonna keep doing it for a minute. All right. lean back into your hands. You're gonna bend your knees and walk your feet in. All right. So from here, gonna take your feet a little bit wider than your hips and let your knees just drop to the right. And then through the middle and let them drop to the left. You got it. Up through the middle, you're gonna let them drop to the right. Keep your right hand behind you, but take your left hand to that front knee and just give yourself a twist. So this left side sitting bone is gonna come up off the floor. You can let it. Go for it. Beautiful. Inhale through center, drop your left hand behind you, knees up, and then over to the other side. Take that right hand to your left knee, big old twist here. Nice. Inhale back through center, knees lift. We're going back to this first side. So drop your knees to the right. Now you're gonna take your legs and try to make them parallel. Well, I mean, not parallel, but your shin is gonna be parallel to the edge of your mat. Thigh is gonna be parallel to your shin. Boom, boom, boom. Got it. All right, lengthen up. And you're gonna fold over this right knee. So come it across. Lower down onto your elbows. You can soften your shoulders, let your head hang. If you wanna close your eyes, just shake it out for a moment. You got it. Slide your hands underneath you. Come on up through center. There's a pattern here. And then drop them to the left. Same idea. You're gonna parallel these front shin thighs. Lengthen up and come out and over your left knee. All right, another breath here, because, I mean, why not? Not such a bad place to hang out. And come on up through the middle. Drop your knees one more time to the right. Here we go. So now we're gonna get everything parallel, right? Let's do the stretch first. I don't want to do the work. Lengthen up. And then we're going to fold over the shin. So first we crossed. Now we're going to come out and over. If your hips allow for that kind of maneuvering. Be gentle. Relax your shoulders while you're here. Okay, and then you're gonna walk your hands underneath you, come on up. So let's work a little hip mobility, because who doesn't wanna do that? Put your hands down. All right, and we're gonna lift this knee up. Keep your left heel down. So lift it up, and then set it down. Lift it up. Set it down. Now, I have my hands in prayer. You certainly can have your hands on the floor. It's absolutely all right. And you're going to lift it up and set it down. I'm trying to be tough for you. I'm going to keep your knee down and see if you can lift your foot off the floor. Oh, and set it down. Lift it up. Oh, set it down. One more. Lift it up and set it down. All right, from here, we're going to lift the whole leg up. Bring this leg unit parallel to this leg unit. And then kick it straight forward. And then you're gonna take this left heel, try to tap your knee. Rewind, kick it out, parallel, sweep it back, set it down. All right, again, lift it up, bring it parallel, kick it out, draw it in, kick it out, parallel, sweep it back. One more, then we're gonna hold. Lift, parallel, kick. Now you're gonna bring that heel in toward your knee, grab a hold of the foot. You can cross your ankle on top of that knee. Oh my goodness. All right, so if you've got this knee and it's super lifted and this is really uncomfortable, you can cross your shin, your left shin, in front of your other one, right? Or you can just kind of lean it back. Feel your chest lift up, roll your shoulders back and hang here. And this can be where you stay. If you want to take it a little bit deeper and you feel like you've got it there, you can start to walk it forward. Feet stay flexed, even that bottom one. We're gonna take a breath, maybe two here. Let those outer hips start to soften-ish. Poses like this are kind of ones that you need to hang out in for a little while. Start to feel subtle changes while you're there. Couple more breaths. You can close your eyes, dig deep. You got this. All right, I'm gonna walk your hands back underneath you. Take that left hand, walk it out to the side, and sweep your right arm up and stretch it over. All right, and then back through the middle. We're gonna take this leg again, kick it forward, right? Parallel, bam, and sweep it back, boom, hands come behind you. We're gonna lift through the middle. And you guessed it, second side. So drop over to the left. All right, make these 90-degree angles with the legs, sit up tall, and then walk it forward. Oh, okay. We're gonna be fine. I promise. I promise. Nice long spine here. Oh, be gentle. That's it, one more breath. All right, ready? I'm gonna come on up. All right, hands to either side of your front thigh, hands to prayer, whatever you feel is working for you. You're gonna take this knee and just lift it up and set it down. Piece of cake, lift it up and set it down. One more. You got it. Keep that knee glued down. This is also a piece of cake, though it might be a smaller piece. You're gonna lift that foot off the floor. Okay, it's not a piece of cake. And drop it down. Lift it up. And drop it down. One more. Whoop. And down. Okay. All right. Hopefully you didn't cramp up in there. We're gonna lift this leg up. Kick straight forward. Oops. Parallel first. Then kick it forward. And then pull your heel toward your knee. Kick it out. Parallel. Sweep it back and set it down. Two more. Lift it up. Keep that knee bent. Let's make your shins parallel first. Kick it out and drag it in. Boop. Kick. Parallel. Sweep it back. One more and we're gonna hang there, right? Lift. Make them parallel. Kick it out and then drag that in toward your knee and then grab your foot. Ankle to knee on this side. Again, if you need to, you can always bring the legs into Sukhasana, one shin in front of the other. Same thing. A slightly more gentle version, right? So again, you can kind of take stock here. If you don't want to lean forward, you can take your hands behind you, lift through your chest, and just feel yourself roll toward the front of your sitting bones. And that is going to give you enough, right? Because it takes your femur bones and kind of angles them down, takes a stretch into your outer hips. You're fine here. You can marinate right here. If you want to, though, you can walk your hands forward and marinate here. That's cool too. Relax your shoulders, soften your gaze, soften your cheeks and your jaw, all the other muscles that tend to be like, not doing it, not today. Try to relax them, especially those outer hips. You got a couple more breaths. We're gonna stay with it. It's worth it. You got it. Two more. All right, walk your hands back underneath you. Come on up. Kick this leg straight forward. Oh, yeah, okay. And then parallel. And then sweep it back. Bring your hands behind you. Bring your knees up through the middle. And just let them kind of go a little bit side to side. Oof. All right? All right, here we go. From here, we're gonna come into a table. So sweep it around. Come on up. Couple of rounds of cat and cow because maybe sitting is a little more challenging, especially for that length of time. So give yourself a moment to just move through your spine. Stretch those muscles that work so hard to keep you upright. One more, inhale. And exhale. You got it. We're gonna come down onto the forearms and interlace your fingers. From here, you're just gonna rock forward, chin over fists. Exhale, press back. A couple more of those. Inhale, rock forward. As you exhale, root into those forearms. Pull your core in and pull back. You got it. Come on forward. And pull it back. Two more. Last one. Untuck those toes if they're tucked. Walk your hips back to your heels. Find your way into a child's pose. If child's pose is a miserable place for you to land, you can sit upright. Take a couple of breaths here. Then we're gonna work back into our table. You got it. Stretch your right leg straight back. Tuck your toes, push through your heel, and we're gonna rock forward and back. So work into the back of that leg. Work into your foot and your ankle, and your toes. Yes, all right. And then come shoulders over those wrists, float that right leg up. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're just gonna pull your knee in and step it forward. Blocks are cool here if you want them underneath your hands. You're gonna inhale. You're gonna lift your chest, sink your hips. When the exhale comes, tuck your toes, and you're just gonna round in, lift your back knee, look toward that back foot. Inhale, sink your knee, lift your chest. Exhale, lift that knee and round. One more, inhale. And exhale. Keep that back knee lifted and just rock a little bit. Work it into this foot. You got it. And then drop your back knee. Step back into a table. Take your hands to the mat and roll some circles here. Out and around. Yes. And then in the other direction. Beautiful. All right, back through your table. Left leg's gonna stretch straight back. Tuck your toes, push through your heel and just rock forward and back. There we go. Get those pops and cracks out. Yes. Gorgeous. All right, and then shift. Shoulders over those wrists. Core strong. Lift that left leg up. You got it. Left foot's gonna step up between your thumbs. Sink your hips. Pop onto your fingertips. Pop onto those blocks if you want. You're gonna lift your chest. Take your gaze forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Just look back at that right foot. Inhale, drop your knee. Lift your chest. Exhale, lift it up and round. One more. You're gonna stay lifted for a breath and just rock on this foot. There you go. Drop your back knee. Step it back into table, plant your hands, and circle out your hips. You can pause where it feels good. Yes. All right. And then walk your hands forward a bit. And you're going to lower down onto your thighs, onto your belly. Come all the way down to the floor. And we're going to do a couple of back bends. Right, so you're gonna slide your hands under baby cobra to start, right? So lift those legs up, stretch them back. Make sure they're extending back behind you. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Curl your shoulders in and up. And we're just gonna lift baby cobra. The back of your neck be nice and long. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Forehead, chin to the floor. Take a breather. You're gonna slide your hands out beyond the edges of your mat. Pop onto your fingertips. With those elbows bent, you want to feel your elbows, instead of blopping back behind you, feel them lift so they come to be parallel over your wrists. And if you look out at your wingspan here, you've got 90-degree angles happening, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to press into those fingertips. Curl your shoulder blades up and back, legs rooted. Come on up, little gecko pose here. Shoulder blades melt into the back. Top of the spine kind of curling up as much as it can, legs strong, belly lifted. You can even make a little gecko face. Let your tongue stick out. One more breath. And we're going to lower down. Let your arms rest at your sides. You can kind of shake out your fingers. That's a lot of work for your hands. It's good though. Okay, and then last little back bend before we close it up. Interlace your fingers behind your head. We're going for crocodile pose here, Vadrasana. This is a tough one. So press the tops of your feet into the mat. Pubic bone's going to root down, right? Then we're going to lift the elbows away from the floor. Okay, here we go. Lift it up. Press the back of your head into your hands. Feel the length of your spine rise. It's a lot of work for the back body. Keep those shoulder blades in. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Release your hands. Come onto one cheek. You can bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet. You got it. And then from here, you're going to drop your feet. And roll onto your back. Feet flat on the mat. Give yourself a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Just to roll out that low back. One more time. That's it. And then draw your knees in. And rock a little bit. Take those knees wide. Drag them down. Tailbone's going to drop toward the floor. Okay. Happy baby. And then knees in. If there's anything else you need before your Shavasana, please take the time to do it. You can pause, do whatever else you want to do. And then when you're ready, you're going to lay out. Feet flat on the mat. If you still feel tenderness, hopefully there isn't any there, but there may be. You can grab a blanket underneath your knees if you feel it would be helpful. Blanket underneath your head. The idea here is just to be comfortable, right? So that you can close your eyes and relax. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. In fact, I encourage it. When you're ready to come out, you're going to feel your breath deepen. Move your fingers and your toes. And then draw your knees in. And roll to your right. Come on up. Find a comfortable seat. Take a second to get organized. And then feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your eyes slide closed. Take another moment here before you step off your mat and into the rest of your day, just to bask in the glory of this time that you've taken for yourself. Bring your palms together. Anjali Mudra, bow your head. And thank yourself for making this time. It's so important. And you always feel better when you do. And I feel better when you do too. So thanks for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. You know the drill, you've heard it a billion times. Comment, like, subscribe, share with a friend. It's all good and it all helps me out. So I appreciate it and I appreciate you. Make it a great day.